Hi Riva Singh, it's Marcus from Wine Marlborough here. We've just hosted you in Marlborough for the day. And what are your impressions of Marlborough that you've seen so far? You've been impressed or still learning?
It's been a fabulous experience. I knew a little bit about New Zealand, and of course I knew the name Marlborough and associated it very strongly with wine, but I had no idea how spectacular the scenery was and how organized your industry is. It's been a fantastic experience. We stopped at Nautilus. That was our first stop, and that was very, very educational, very enlightening. I learned a lot. And then our next stop was now I think
Marlborough.
That's right.
Yes.
So,
yeah. For lunch.
That was very interesting because their winery was just being built, and it was interesting to see how they had all these stones within cages, and that was part of the design element, and I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful winery. And the setting was, with the water, with the river flowing, and the vineyards, and then the mountains in the background. It was a whole new experience.
Great.
And the wines, of course. The wines. I mean, you can't. We get Australian wines from New Zealand in India now, and they're doing pretty well because they're accessible, they're approachable. They're wonderful wines, basically, and especially the white wines, which people are beginning to drink now. The Indians preferred red wine, not because they had a palate for red wine, but because they thought this was the better wine to drink, and because we thought that it's a health benefit, red wine. But as we grow and develop, and education about wine and understanding of wine increases, white wine is becoming more. So Sauvignon Blanc and Riesling, which I think Riesling particularly goes very well with our food.
Yes.
And these crisp, fresh, acidic wines are good for our food and our climate.
I bet. For the climate and
but
the food.
You don't make rosés, do you?
No, well, rosés are... A lot of people starting to say, where are your rosés, Marlborough? Come on.
Yes.
And do you think that's a big opportunity?
Yes, maybe down the road a bit, because rosés...
A serious wine style?
They're beginning to be a serious wine style, and in the new world, in developing, emerging countries like ours, where the women are drinking a lot of wine, and women who didn't drink alcohol at all.
Yes.
And they're taking to wine, and the men also. It's not just a pretty pink drink for women. It's the men are beginning to enjoy a nice dry rosé. And I had some of your sparkling wines, one or two sparkling wines, which were very pleasant.
Good.
So I think it's been. I mean, I came with some idea of the wine. I won't say it's a total revelation. I had some background, but there is no replacement for actually being here and seeing and talking to the winemaker and understanding what makes it so good.
Great.
And what's more, because it's so far away from our country, you seem to think, oh, Australia, New Zealand, ANZ, all very close and very similar. But I realize now it's not. It's not the same. It's quite distinct. You have your own identity, and you have your own methods and your own beliefs in winemaking.
Yes, very much so. Very different. That's one thing we do need to tell the world is, we have our own identity and, point of difference, distinction. Quite different styles from wine from Australia.
That's good. And I think the wine capitals of the world, wine world capitals, is a very interesting concept. And it's just another way to wine. It's like all roads lead to Rome. So this is one way to introduce wine to people.
Yeah.
And you have, from what I've understood and heard, you have a lot of cross-fertilization of ideas. You share experiences, and it's a collaborative thing. And wine tourism is a big thing. And I think New Zealand can cash in on that.
Yes, we need to.
Yes.
It's a major push, you know. We've got the country, got the wine story now.
Yes.
Just need to get a few more people aware.
Yes.
So
And you've got things that people, you know, it makes a wonderful family destination.
yes,
Family
it does.
holiday.
Yeah. It's bring some people back.
Yes, well, I'm going to go back and tell people.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, please
and
do.
show them all the photos I've taken.
Yes, please do.
You know.
Oh, I'd love to keep in touch. So,
Yes. That'll be
thank you for coming to New Zealand.
Thank you. I'm so happy.